Happy New Year to all of you. I know it is already the new year in Australia. It is getting pretty close, probably the new year to my friends across the pond. Happy New Year, everyone. I am so grateful that you are here. Make certain to hit the like and subscribe, ring that notification bell. Also, have a look over at my Patreon, a great way to support the channel. I give you a lot of great interactions, and you get things too. There's also another way. You can go through PayPal, you can go through Venmo, if this channel gives you pleasure. Now, what I really wanted to say thank you for was, okay, yes, thank you for a wonderful year. Thank you for helping me to build this channel. But really, I also want to say thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday, everyone who sent cards, everyone who sent notes. Thank you so much. It really means the world to me. We'll have another video that'll be coming out. I'm going for tomorrow, but that means I also have to record tonight. But nonetheless, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here. And I also want to thank my boys. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in the video tomorrow, but I would really like to thank my friend the devil, Asmodeus, and Scratch here, because, again, look, they're very happy. So these boys have inspired me to paint, to create, and because of that, I have now a limited supply of prints that are available on my website, thegentlemanpsychic.com, and I have been creating more and more and more, and so it's all because of these fine, handsome gentlemen right over here. So I am thankful for a lot, but I would like for you to take a moment to just pause and think back on what you are thankful for this year. I know this year has been hard on a lot of people, yours truly included. I'm in that category, but I am so grateful that you are here. I am so grateful for so much. And again, it is my birthday. New Year's Eve is my birthday. I want to talk a little bit about Capricorn and a little bit about the sea goat. So I've mentioned this before, but the way that we understand the Capricorn goat dates way back to ancient Mesopotamia. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. So back in ancient Mesopotamia, there was a god named El. He was the serpent. You may have seen in occult symbolism. You may have seen the serpent eating its tail. Well, that was the god El. He was the god of the fresh waters, and he surrounded the earth. He was the form of a serpent. And then, according to legend, he gave birth to mankind. Mankind sprang from his mind. With the aid of his wife, then his brothers got angry. His brother and his father got angry, and they were going to destroy this creation. But Atum, later Adam, but Atum was rescued. But anyway, so we've got the god El, who later then turns himself into a goat, so that with his long goat ears, he can hear the cries of mankind. So when the mighty deluge comes, it goes into the Epic of Gilgamesh. When the mighty deluge comes, he turns his lower half into that of a fish, so he can swim through the solar system and come out on the other side. Becomes Capricornicus. Later Capricorn, and then he becomes, of course, he becomes Phosphorus and Pan and Lucifer and Satan. So it's quite a journey. But as you know or may not know, Capricorns are ruled by the planet Saturn, which of course is the symbol of the goat. So I'm a very proud and very happy Capricorn. I think that goats have for a very long time gotten a very bad rap because they're not a herd. Goats can be Goats can be tricky, but I love goats. They're just so funny and charming and independent, but they'll take care of their own, but then they'll go laugh and climb a mountain. There's something about goats I just love. I adore them. So yes, I'm a Capricorn in what's known as Western astrology, and I'm a goat in the Chinese astrology. And goodness, I heard somewhere I'm a triple goat. I can't remember where the third one is right now, but really I just wanted to take this time to just say thank you. You have helped me with this channel. You've been right here with me. You have inspired me. You have been very kind to me. And those of you who are not, thank you for the laughs. Thank you for the caring so much that you worry about where my soul is headed. I appreciate your thoughts, even though that does make me laugh. So that is funny. Yeah, it was just Capricorns. It's I don't really have a whole lot to say. I really just wanted to say how grateful that I am that you exist in my world, and I really am. I'm humbled and I'm honored, and we have some great things coming up in the new year. So we're going to be finishing Murder on the Orient Express for those of you who join my story time. So we'll be finishing up Murder on the Orient Express. We've got several videos coming out. We've got there's a lot of things. So a lot of that is going to be covered in my video that should come out tomorrow. Of course, it'll be featuring my fellas again. For those of you who have not really gotten a chance to say hello to them, this is my friend the devil. This is Asmodeus. And this is Scratch. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. I am eternally thankful for my boys. I'm eternally thankful for you, and wow, I really have nothing but gratitude. I'm going to end before too long because I don't want to ramble. But really, thank you. Happy New Year. This is going to be your year. Yes, it's going to be tough even for a little while. This year is going to be really tough for a little while. It's going to start breaking in about May for people. So Happy New Year. This is a freshness, it's a newness, it's a beginning. It is a time where things have reset. We are going into the age of Aquarius, and that means that it's going to take a lot of hard work. It means that we have to decide who we are, what we stand for as people. And best painting yet behind you there. Oh, thank you, Laura. So this is Baron Cemetery, or in English, he's called Baron Samedi. Baron is quite lovely. He is still looking for a home to adopt him. Most of my other ones have been sold. Most of my original works have been sold. The Baron is looking for a forever home. I love the Baron. He is the gatekeeper between this realm and the afterworld. He is a voodoo spirit, but he's one that can help you talk to your deceased loved ones. Yeah, so that's the Baron right over there. He loves his cigarettes and he loves his drink. So yeah, he's pretty fabulous. Oh, that's lovely. Is he related to Papa? Yes, Papa Legba is, of course, another voodoo spirit. Papa Legba is the keeper of the crossroads. Baron Samedi is more the gatekeeper of the underworld. So there's kind of a hierarchy. Both Baron Samedi and Papa Legba deal with the dead, but Papa Legba also deals more with the living too. He is He's in mythology along the same lines as the devil, who meets you at the crossroads where you make the deal. Now, Baron Samedi he's the Lord of the Dead. So if you want to talk to people who have passed on, he oftentimes is the one that will be, he's the gatekeeper. But Papa Legba is the one who goes from the living and the dead, and he's at the crossroads, and he's sort of, he makes the deals. But whenever you do talk to the Loa, make certain that you are respectful to them. Make certain that you honor them, whether it be the Loa or any sort of spirit that you are contacting. It is really important to be respectful, to be kind, to be gracious, to offer them gifts, to offer drink, to offer tobacco, whatever it may be, whatever the spirits like. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. I'm gonna get off here because I'll start rambling. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, what is your take on interdimensional spirits or beings? Always, I didn't read that one. Always curious about that. Okay, I will tell you this. So, interdimensional beings. I believe that time and space they don't really exist. I think it's a matter of perspective. I feel like that scientists have told us that they believe that there are dimensions that are higher and lower than ours. They say it goes up probably 10 or 15 that we can't see, but it may go on infinitely more than that, and it may go lower infinitely more than that. So it's sort of like if you're on a boat in a pond, there are fish that are swimming below the surface. Now they can see the bottom of the boat, but they don't have an understanding. To them, it looks like a giant fish. And that's sort of the way that our minds view sometimes interdimensional beings. So sometimes they exist in our world, they can see us, they have understanding of us, we don't have understanding of them. That, my friends, is sort of a nutshell. It's sort of along the lines of the, what is it called? Flatland. If you've not gotten into quantum physics, Flatlandia, it's this idea that basically in the 2 dimension you're looking down at a Pac-Man game. So if you were to put your finger into the Pac-Man game, they wouldn't understand. It would just be an ever increasing line. So they don't have up down. They don't have that idea. Now we in the 4th dimension. Third dimension, whatever dimension we're in, I don't even know. I know 3 dimension. Anyway, 3 dimension. When in the 3-dimensional world, we can look down from above, and we can see, okay, this room needs to go here. How do we get this one into that room? And that's kind of the way that dimensions work. So when there are beings that are in a higher dimension than ours, they can see a lot of psychics in magic. Oh yes, physics, yes, thank you. Thank you for answering, dear. Have a great new year, dear. Much love, Lexi Green. Much love to you, my darling. Actually, while I'm here, why not? I'll take a few more questions. If you have any questions, make certain to type it here. Where do mirrors come in? Oh well, never, no, mirrors are fine. Laura, I love mirrors. Mirror magic, you will still in my dreams and I visit you through a certain door. Oh, very interesting. Mirror magic is very important. Now, originally, as you know, vampires they can't see themselves in mirrors, they don't reflect, because old mirrors were backed in silver, and silver is supposed to be holy, that anything that is unholy was not allowed to see. That, if you ask me, is a load of nonsense. But that's where it comes from, is that the original silver wouldn't allow evil to shine through. But we learn now that mirrors, even glass mirrors, new mirrors, it becomes a portal. You can use it with the mind. It's kind of like a scrying mirror, which is usually obsidian. I have one, not in this room, but you allow the mind to expand. You're able to sort of see things that are beyond. And then some mirrors too have been used in practices, other things. Same reasons they don't show in photographs. Yes, you were right. You're right, Dev. it was the mercurochrome or the silver mercurochrome in cameras. Now, of course, there's no silver in your camera. So if I were a vampire, I would definitely have a reflection, because I'm not saying I am. I mean, you know, I may only be 300 and some years old, but if I were, I would have a reflection on your YouTube and on your channel, if I were a vampire. Do we have any more questions while we're here? Someone mentioned something about seeing me coming to visit me in dreams.
Okay. Sleepwalker says mathematically we're up to supporting 11 dimensions. And Brittany Hill, you are still in my dreams and I visit you through a certain door.
It's very interesting. Scrying. I don't know how to spell it. I think it's Skrying. Are you feeding backyard birds protection? Haha, that's funny. Yes. I admit I have dreams of you as well. Well, thank you. You know, I didn't realize really the power of dreams as a child. I had always been a dreamer, and I've always been a dream walker, quite frankly. So I have gone into people's dreams. I've been there. Oftentimes, people, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people will have a similar dream, and it will correspond with a dream that I've had where I've just gone. And yes, I do usually turn up in the top hat. I usually do, in dreams, I usually wear the top hat. Though you on here have not seen me in my top hats. What is it in English? I do that in water mirrors. Works amazing too.
Scrying.
Oh yes.
Scrying. Well,
You can scry with water and silver. I've done that before. It basically is, it just helps you to absorb, and scrying works as you have candles, and you remember those magic eye pictures? So you would stare at it, and it's all of these sort of things like this, and then when your eyes, you would stare at it, and then you would let them defocus. When your eyes defocus, that's when you're able to, your subconscious allows you to see things. So that's sort of how scrying works. So yes, I usually turn up wearing a top hat because I love top hats. Even in my own dreams, I'll put my top hat on. I have a collection of beautiful antique top hats in my chamber. I love them. My favorite is from about 1900. Speaking of hats, nice choice tonight. Thank you very much. This is a 19th century smoking cap. So I bought it brand new. You know, it's what happens when you're several hundred years old and not a vampire in any way. Yeah, so it's pretty old. It's 18, oh goodness, probably 1880s smoking cap. Chelsea Dewey says,
Brittany Hill asks, is that your clock? A couple of people have asked about.
Oh, yes. So I do have a clock that works not necessarily always very well, but I do have a clock that is here in my home. It's a beautiful 1890s probably mantle clock, and it was a gift from a friend. Now I do have another clock in there that is German bisque porcelain, but I've never been able to get it to work. And I have not usually had clocks in my home because, for one, I'm really bad with making mechanical things skip time and not work, and whether it be watches or phones or clocks or whatever it may be. So my friend said to me, "Oh, I want to make certain you have a clock. You need a clock." And I went, "Oh, okay." And I love this clock, and I do love the sound of the clock, but I had not had one purposefully for a while because I like the idea of people not knowing time stops here. So when I do readings, oftentimes I'll stop the clock, or you know, when they're a top hat and a cane, but nothing but and a smile. Oh well, there we go. Yes. Oceana says a top hat, a cane, and nothing but a smile. how how your hat differentiates from a fez or a fez, I'm not sure. Is it spelled? So this one is inspired by the Turkish. I think it's called a kafi. I don't really know, but it's in the Persian. It's kind of like a coffee. A fez is more of the canonical shaped ones. I mean the conal, that one. I have a collection of fezzes, which I love. Are you a fan of Leonardo da Vinci? Yes, I love Leonardo da Vinci. What a brilliant creator, and I I love Leonardo da Vinci. I know it sounds funny, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I encountered his residue basically from in a dream. I won't go necessarily too much into that one because he was not really the main focus in that dream. I deliver for Amazon. In the last 3 days, I've seen like 3 houses with those little devil stone statues. Oh, that is brilliant. That I do love those. I do love those little devils. They are oftentimes to frighten away darker spirits. That's oftentimes what gargoyles or trolls are for. They drive away the darkness, which is fun. Yes, I visited his museum tour at the Victoria Museum. Oh, brilliant! How very stunning. Yes, I love the flying machine. That one inspires me. My French is going so well. I was so pleased to hear you reading Orient Express and reminded me of my mom hosting murder mystery parties. That is fabulous. My French is not that good, I'm afraid. So I sound French. I sound like I know what I'm doing. And oftentimes I have worked with the public and I would say something like, Bienvenue, comment allez-vous? Très bien, excellent. Je m'appelle Richard Lelière. You know, I'll do this, something along those lines. And the people who speak French naturally will go, ah, monsieur, blah, 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 blah. And I go, oh, no, that's about it. That's all I can tell you. I can tell you that in several languages, actually. Oh, merci beaucoup. Merci, Lara. Merci, that's what I'll say. Merci. Well, French is a little bit difficult because it's here in the throat. It's that sound a lot of Americans cannot make. Years ago, now as you know, many of you, I have been a performer, I've been an actor, I've been a lot of things, and when I lived in San Francisco, I worked a party that was a James Bond theme party. And I was hired because I still have it, but it's a haunted item that I don't wear. Also because I've gained a little weight, but I don't wear it because it's got a strange energy to it. But I have this Russian coat. It's an airman's coat, like the big long wool trench coat with the brass buttons. And when it has been worn, my left shoulder hurts. And then I loaned it to a friend who's a witch, and she went, I can't wear this. It hurts my left shoulder. There's something about it. And I went, oh, that makes sense. So I had this coat. I was hired to play a KGB agent at a James Bond themed party in San Francisco. And I go in and I talk like this. Hello. And there were actually Russians at the party. And they said, oh, are you Russian? Your accent is good. And I went, duh. And they went, okay, no, you're not. Never mind. That's okay. Never mind. Brittany Hill says I should channel them. Maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know. I've never really, there's something about his energy that I haven't really ever liked. So maybe I need to release him or something. Maybe I need to get rid of that coat. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, so I have a wedding dress in here from the 30s, one that your grandfather came. That's lovely. I have a dress in here from the 30s, a wedding dress that I would like to have have a seance on. Romania. Ah, very good. For the dead, travel quickly. Little Dracula. Okay. Any more questions, my loves? No? All right. Well, in that case, my darlings, thank you for joining me. From Ross. Even there's a nuance is interesting. I'll have to investigate headwear makes such a difference. It does. Happy New Year, my darlings. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Happy New Year, my lovelies. Make certain to find me on all of those places, the Instagram, the Facebook, I can't even think. I'm sorry, it's my birthday and I can't even think. Patreon under the Gentleman's House. You can find me under PayPal under rlillard6@gmail.com. You can find me on Venmo at Richard-Lale Lillard. Sorry, it's my birthday, and I'm going to film another video, and then I am going to do things for me. Maybe I'll draw something. I don't know. Right now, I'm drawing a blank. Ha! I know. All right, my loves. Good night. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. Happy, happy. Love, love, merry, merry. Take care. Bye-bye.